Welcome to the Lynn and Sheryl Show. I'm Lynn Sheryl.
And I'm Cheryl Eisenhower.
We'll be right back after this. And so we're back. And Cheryl, it's been a busy week since last week. And I'm grateful that we're back. And I'm glad you made it through surgery. And any updates there?
I go back for my checkup on Friday. We'll decide then whether we need to have a little bit of radiation, and hopefully we won't.
Yay.
But if she gives me the option, I'm going to take it. And she said that might be where we go to. She said, they recommended it, but depending on what the test comes back, if the tests show I don't have to have it, then I can make the decision. And I think my decision is going to be yes, because just in case one of them little buggers snuck out.
Well, that's a good. And we have Bob with us. Hi, Bob. Thanks for being here. And he gives huge hugs. His birthday is this right after mine next week. So
he's been keeping up with me. I appreciate that so much. He sends me a bear hug every now and then. So
he's a sweetheart. He's a keeper.
I don't think people realize how much it means. Just those little things, especially if you just happen to be kind of down at that moment.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you were in my prayers, and a lot of people were praying for you. So, lots of love for you, Cheryl.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody that said anything, thought anything. It's been a really bad, great experience, if that makes any sense.
It does. It does. Yeah. Sometimes you go by life and you don't realize how many people you touch sometimes. And I'm glad just a little smidgen how much you're touched. And yeah, tons of love. That's for sure. So,
Actually, and I'm just going to put out where people don't realize what meaning they have to something, because we don't have a title, so I can ramble. The ladies that keep my dogs,
yeah.
She sent back to check in a couple days ago, and she said, we just love you guys. And she said, I admire you so much. And I'm sitting there thinking, what for?
Aww.
And she said, keeping up with you and knowing that you dealt with the Zig Ziglar stuff, she said, I have started reading a lot of his things, and you would be amazed how much they've helped me. So you touch people, you don't have a clue that you've done.
Yeah. And that's paying it forward. That's, and I think that's the great thing. If you live a good life, or if you do touch people, you pass that on as a baton. That's how it should be. And that says a lot about what you've done in the life, and I think that's how we always live on. I mean, even if you're gone from here, you just live on, and we're just grateful for that.
Well, my legacy is to touch as many people as possible.
Absolutely. And you
that's all you can do in this world a lot of times.
Yeah, and you do it every Wednesday on our attitude of whatever Wednesday, whatever we want to do Wednesday. And I love that. I love that. And so did you go to your Christmas party or that party on Friday?
We did. I couldn't. Since I wasn't in that much pain, I was fine, but I didn't want to get up and do things really stupid like I normally would do.
Good.
So I behaved, just so you know. I followed the rules. I sat and talked to people, which is not my normal mode.
And was it because Jerry was watching you like a hawk, or because you just said, I'm going to listen to doctor's orders?
No, this thing had gone so good so far. I sure didn't screw it up. But the thing about it was, it wasn't bad. It was nice to be out in public. But I will tell you, the hardest thing in the world to do is to take care of yourself instead of someone else.
That's a mother thing to do for sure. It's easier said than done.
I mean, I was up doing way more than I should have on Friday. And Jerry finally told me, he said, sit down. But I felt good. And when you feel good, I don't have that sit down response. I sit up in this chair. So
Yeah.
when I don't have to, I don't want to.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, 100% truth. Yeah. So hard.
It
And
is hard.
Mindy was a nurse, I think, for 19 years or something, and got out of the field. So, yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's like anything, when you're supposed to do something, I think the adrenaline kicks in or something, and then you're coasting on that you just don't, you know.
Well, I can give out huge advice. Anybody wants advice, just give me a call. I'm good
You,
advice.
you,
Taking
you
it, not so good.
Well, that's the thing. I think, even the doctor has to be a patient sometime, right? So again, that goes to show you that it's not bad for the teacher to have to learn the lesson too, right?
Yeah. I'm doing better. I had actually I did okay over the weekend, so I made it through that. But I'm done. I'm done taking care until I do again.
Yeah. So I mean, so what are your takeaways that you've learned through all this? That
Number one, get your mammogram.
Yeah.
Uh, listen to the whisper.
Mhm.
Don't be stupid and cancel it going on the third time.
Mhm.
Um, the main takeaway has been the people, the support that you get when something like this happens. I'm not used to it, so I appreciate that from everyone. But it's been so nice. My web the people that do my website sent me a nice arrangement yesterday, and I thought would never have thought that. It's
Oh, that's sweet.
and that's what makes it special. If you expect something and you
Right.
get it, it kind of hurts. But if you
Right.
expect anything and it shows up, and when I do things, I never expect things in return.
Right.
So you're never disappointed.
Right,
But
exactly. So I think those are great takeaways for people to to take. It's just, but I love your vulnerability that you've shared with people. I love the fact that, that was out of your comfort zone. I know that for sure because at first you were very adamant about I'm not going to let many people know, but I love the fact that you also said, well, if I keep this quiet, then I'm putting pressure on Jerry and I'm putting that pressure on Lynn and I'm tiptoeing and then one secret to another secret and people don't understand why I'm not being here or they're going to know. And then if I don't tell them, they're going to be mad. And then you realize that's a spiraling problem. You were going to make more problems not being candor than if you just said, this is what I'm going through. And I think that's what people do. They try to be secretive about something they're going through and they make more problems by keeping it private than just being honest of what they're going through anyways, because eventually it's going to come out, right?
yeah, mine wasn't so much from the privacy aspect
No,
as
but what
it was from
the attention, you didn't want attention from it.
I didn't particularly want to draw attention. I didn't want anybody to worry. That was
Right.
the biggest thing. And then I realized maybe if I got this, there's other ladies out there that can do it, like Lynn, that has not signed up for hers yet.
I'm calling this week, I promise. Yeah.
This week's about out, kid.
Well, no, I've called a couple times, and for some reason, the damn they're. I mean, I've got to call back. They're supposed to be calling me back for an appointment. So
But the thing is, I if I can just just help one or two people, even one. It doesn't even
Yeah.
have to be two. If I can, I caught mine early,
Hmm.
and hopefully, and I'll know more Friday about where we go from here. I caught mine early, but a lot of people I know don't.
Right.
I'm hearing a lot of not breast cancer, but every kind of cancer right now. It's amazing when you go through that, you hear it more. You don't pay attention to it as much. But I'm noticing how many people are in stage 3 and 4 before they assume that they have anything.
Yeah. Well, my dad was the same way. I mean, my dad had rectum cancer, and he was in stage 3. And the bad thing is if he would have went, and he was 69 years old before he ever had any colonoscopies ever. And preventative care, he had a pain, he never went in or anything. And he has an ostomy bag, he's had it for 13 years now. So had he had checks, he may have not ended up with an ostomy bag, but he never had colonoscopy done. So um Bob says, I have reminded you before. Yeah, no, but I did call, and I'm waiting for a call back.
No,
Like,
well,
for some reason, one department at my doctor's office, I've had a sleep I've had a a CPAP machine before, and I went a couple months without using it. I needed hoses again, and here it is 2 years later. For some reason, that department and we can't get in contact with each other for whatever freaking reason. So, yeah, but no, I've got to call in. So, or
well,
they're supposed to be calling me back. So,
the way we found my dad's cancer was he coughed and we thought he broke a rib. You know how old elder
yeah.
people a lot of times cough and they break a rib. But when I took him to the doctor, there was not a rib there. The cat
Wow.
eaten through it. So he was in stage 4. He lasted 6 weeks after we found it.
Yeah. So, it really is, you just never know what what anything can happen, or anything like that. My daughter was at a school break once. They went to go to lunch, and she calls me and she goes, "Mom, I was in a car accident." And I went down the street, and I looked at her, and she didn't look right. And they got hit, an older lady at the time. And I say older lady, she was only 35, but my daughter's like, she was 17 at the time. And the lady, she was on her cell phone, and they were at a light, and they were standing at the light, and they smashed back into her. And my daughter didn't look right, and I had the ambulance come and eject her, or get her out of the car, because she didn't look right. And then come to find out, my daughter had her neck was injured, and we found out, and so it was a blessing she was in this accident, because we found out she had a Chiari, which is a malfunction of the cerebellum, doesn't fit in the back of your brain, doesn't fit in the back of your the the cradle of
Yeah.
your, when you get older or whatever. So she's got a curvature there that, in the future, she may have to have surgery, but it explains migraines and this and that. So it was a blessing she had that accident, because the x-ray showed that, it triggered, where the impact triggered her Chiari. But we wouldn't have known, had she had that accident, that she had a Chiari. But the ambulance guys were like, "Come on, you're young. Why aren't you getting out? And what's wrong with you?" But when they realized she had something, we didn't know she had Chiari, but that accident, it triggered what she had. But yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. But like I said, you just never know what what's going on. But we don't listen to our bodies.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you just listened to an appointment, because that's something you wouldn't have known without early detection or getting that done. So
Well, Jerry and I had a friend. His name was everybody called him Lucky Dale because that boy he could do more things and not get killed out of them than I've ever seen. But one day he got hurt, and so he just went to the doctor. Probably wouldn't have under other ways, but he went to the doctor, and when they checked on that, they found cancer, and they were able to get it. but then he died in a car wreck after that. So somebody's
Oh, we have the wonderful Doug Wing here, whose fiance's in America, and we want to say congratulations for having your fiance here with you. We're so happy for you. But he wants to know how Cheryl's doing now.
I'm actually feeling really good. It's scary. It scares me that I feel so good.
Knock on wood.
I'm supposed to be not feeling this good, from what I understand from a lot of people that told me I shouldn't feel this good, and I do. And Doug, I've been keeping up with you and your fiance, and I am so glad she's here for you.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, he's getting married on Saturday. Oh, congratulations. God bless you, Doug. We are so happy for you. Best wishes. Oh, I can't wait to see pictures. So happy for
a
you.
super guy there too.
Yes, he is a great guy. Bob says he's glad he listened to his body 8 years ago and found out he had pre-hypertension.
And that's the thing. That's the biggest takeaway. You were asking for takeaways.
Yeah.
If nothing else, listen to your body. I didn't listen well enough on this one. I was telling the nurse that about a month before I went and had this done, I've been really, really tired. And I thought, I wouldn't be so tired, other than I'm working way too much. And we come to the consensus that maybe my body was fighting this. So maybe I'll pay a little more attention. Normally, I know every creak and crack that it makes, but getting tired didn't fit into a disease, I didn't think.
No, that's true. But I'm just beaming over here for Doug hearing he's getting married. That is so exciting. I'm
We
super
want to
excited.
see pictures.
Yes, it didn't happen if you don't see pictures.
Doug takes a lot of pictures, so I think it'll be fun.
Oh yeah. I'm super excited for him. That's a great way to end our show here is hearing that Doug is getting married on Saturday. That is. Any final words on him getting married there that you want to wish him, Sheryl, before we leave?
Just congratulations. I know that it's going to work out for you. You're such a super guy, and she seems so sweet. So
I know I'm beautiful too.
Beautiful is the line. So congratulations again.
Yeah, we're so glad you were here for that. So Sheryl, I'm just so glad again that you shared that. I love and appreciate you so much. You're like a second mom to me, and I'm just blessed to have you in my life. I just love that we do this show every week. And I love everybody that shows up for us. I think you saw that I put a little say prayers for Sheryl. I know you probably wanted to wring my neck for doing that, but I just had to do that because I just wanted to, because I love you so much. So I hope you went and saw the little notes or saw all the little prayers that everybody sent for you. So, but anyhow, thank you everybody for being here, and we'll be here next week, and God willing. And I love you, Sheryl.
Maybe we'll have a topic next week.
Yeah, we will. All right, we can always gab. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're like a circle